Hello, beautiful people. This is Eleni. And in today's video, I have a message about discernment. So, how I'm actually sharing these messages these days is that every single morning I meditate and then a message drops in. So, rather than sitting there and working it out and saying, oh, do people really want to hear about discernment today? I'm going to share the message and it will land at the right place. I really trust that the person that is supposed to hear this message is listening to this message. So the message is that we need to discern. We need to see beyond. What do I mean by that? I'll give a few examples. One example is if we're feeling sick. Rather than just take the doctor's advice and take these tablets to feel better, how about we become discerning in terms of what's really going on? Why are we having these symptoms suddenly arise? What is it within us that's not aligned? I've always believed that the mind, body, spirit is one. And therefore, if you're having some sort of physical ailment, that's because something's going on inside. And that's usually a reflection of something that you're not aligned with. For example, many, many years ago, 30 years ago now, I was suffering from depression and chronic anxiety. And that was just a reflection of the chaos that was going on inside my body, inside my mind, inside my spirit, because I was not aligned. I was doing things that were not aligned with my values. I was not living in integrity, and it showed. It showed through anxiety and it showed through depression. Now, I'm not suggesting that you're not living in alignment with integrity. That was just one example. But what perhaps are you not in alignment with? Where in your life are you not in alignment with? Perhaps you're not giving your best at work. Perhaps you're not giving your best to your family. Perhaps you're not giving best to your friendship groups. I don't know. Or maybe you're giving energy where your heart is not really in it. I don't know. Only you know. But ask yourself the question, where am I not in alignment with? Where else can we be discerning? We can be discerning when we hear people talking about other people. When we hear people talking about other people, be very discerning as to buying into that energy. Because as soon as we buy into that energy is the energy of separation, that this person is bad because they did this. So be very observant of not taking part, not being part of the gossip. If you want to listen, if you want to hold space, but not actually taking part and making that energy of separation bigger than what it actually needs to be. And a third area that we can be discerning of is how we spend our time. This is something that is a constant for all of us. I know it is for me. It's a constant. How did I spend my time? How did I spend my time? Did I just go into my phone to check the weather and then half an hour later I'm like, what happened to that half hour? I was scrolling in looking at some senseless memes. So be really discerning how we spend our time, what news we're listening to, what bad news we're listening to. What do I mean by bad news? Anything that makes you feel, fearful, icky, yucky at the end of it. How we're spending our time. So be really, really discerning in all those areas. And that's the message for today that's dropped in. I'm doing my bit. I'm sharing it. And if you really would like to hear more of these messages, please like, subscribe, put a comment down below. So that will give me the energy to actually give out much, much, much more, which is on its way. Sending you so much love.